Okay, so this is going to be a strange topic, because I know that K-Wing done this once back in the Nightwing 01 channel, but I'm gonna do this in my own opinion. So, by the way, it's time to it's time to have some fun while punching crime in the face. This is Arkham Twin Days. Hi there, viewers. I'm Leo Wolverine, your game commentator and founding member of Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. So we're going to talk about this topic that I always like to try out, and it's something to do about diet and exercise. So yes, the diet and the exercise thing. And of course I am wearing the iconic gray and black, which is just which I thought I put it interesting. So how does Batman stay fit and healthy and a big lean machine for a 6'3", 225-pound muscle man machine? So this is just my own opinion. Of course, anyone else's opinion to know what Batman eats and how he eats remotely healthy of whatsoever is fine by me. So, what does he eat? Okay. So, he eats like really good protein. Whatever the kind of proteins that he eats, such as beef. Organic beef is what he eats for dinner. Of course, he could have some meats and sandwiches for his boosting, for a really good, because I know, since he's like, I know he's a meat lover, and of course he does eat organic foods. Of course, he doesn't eat the kind of other foods that does not contain the other bad side effects, if you want to know, that's not manufactured. So yes, the food he can eat, like organic meats. He eats gluten-free bread of some sort. Of course, he can have rice cakes with peanut butter and chocolate, because definitely he would love peanut butter and chocolate, because it is a really good source of protein with a good carbohydrates. And I bet he eats mashed potatoes, because when he eats mashed potatoes without the gravy, of course he may have to have the gravy sometimes. So the gravy without the gravy, of course, it's a really good source of carbohydrates, and plus burns up a lot of energy with the potatoes, the mashed potatoes. Of course, he can eat grilled corn or steamed corn, from whichever he chooses. The deliciousness of vegetables for a tasty lunch and dinner. And so, what else he can eat is, what else does he eat for breakfast? Oh yeah, it's like rice cakes with that peanut butter and chocolate, and he can also have some cottage cheese. Oh yeah, he loves cottage cheese, and he does want to have his, orange juice, of course, concentrated, low on sugar, very, very low on sugar, because he doesn't want to have, he doesn't want to get into, like, what am I say this, into high sugary intake, because he always watches, he's always aware from what he eats. And of course, sometimes he likes to eat a snack, he likes to eat a protein bar. A delicious, nitric protein bar with something to do with, what it was like called, nitrous oxide or some sort. I don't know, it's, something. Of course, if he wants to do something into the mix, like mixed in with some specialized protein shakes without the chemical stimulants. Of course, he would have to have this. Oh my! He would have like a banana with. He could have something to do with like a banana with a banana chocolate shake with protein blend mix. And if he likes to eat some a veggie mix or a veggie fruit smoothie, he could have that one as well. Shaken, not stirred, with ice. Of course. I mean, the smoothie, you can have it shaken or stirred. So the thing is, if he is going to enjoy the kind of foods he eats, and that would definitely help his intake. Of course, I know he's like dairy so much. Cottage cheese is one of them. Of course, he would like. I'm not saying he would like ice cream. He may not take it by that anyways. But I'm just throwing caution into the wind. And so for that matter, yes. Let's see. Any kind of proteins. Okay. So for lunch, I know he wants to eat the kinds of sandwich meat. I know he wants to have like yogurt, really good yogurt, because that is a dairy product and it does have a good source of protein. Of course, he needs plenty of vitamin D, of course. I noticed that in some of the movies of the aspects that when he eats dinner, he eats really good turkey, like, you know, turkey is a really good source of protein besides the beef and the chicken. And then he had the glass of wine, which he done that because of Michael Keaton was in the 1989 Batman movie. Of course, he drank the wine, and of course he had this dinner with I don't know, maybe it's chicken or turkey. I don't know. Of course, and usually if Batman, and how does and you're gonna tell me, where does all the food go since he eats the whole stuff and all this that goes with it? For that I can tell you, if you want to know. So, this is just my own thing. Like I said, this is just based on my opinion, okay? My own opinion, no one else's. Of course, if you have an opinion on your own, that's perfect. I mean, there are no hard feelings can't be undone, or some things can be done. I mean, depends on the person's situation of thinking.
Gotham really went soft without Joker.
So yes, let's start off with a Monday. Okay, let's start with Monday through Friday. So Monday he would exercise. He would. What does he do in the morning besides working at Wayne Towers or something to do? Or something to do. Whoops. Oh my. Or something to do with a specialized workout. So he would do some stretching exercises with, like, I'm guessing it can be maybe yoga perhaps, because you know he has to get the blood flowing. And then once he does all these stretches exercises, he would actually try to go for bench pressing. Of course, he would bench press that many weights. He would bench press like starting at 150 pounds, then to 200, then 250, pushing his body to the limits to build up his upper body strength. Then he tries to do the leg curls or the leg extension. Plus, he does the leg press. He has to do the deadlifts, of course. And then, And after he relaxes the muscles, okay, or he would try. Well, actually, he does that. Then he would take like possibly an hour's break or 30 minutes, and then he would start some jogging and jogging exercise of like 1 hour to try to run as fast as he could, somewhere between the 7 to 10 miles in his own tracking area. Of course, because since Wayne Manor is so huge, he have his own exercising equipment that provides him with stamina and strength, and also speed. Of course, he has to build on his speed, of course. Then he would absolutely do running some obstacle courses. Whether he's fighting crime, he does like parkour. On Tuesday, he does the morning stretches again, like yoga and exercising, getting the arms flexible and flexing your muscles to be flexible so you can stretch like, how do I say this? You need to stretch your body in order to move around. So Tuesday he would do, I would say, oh my, I'm gonna throw this one into, from what I know. So since he does all those stretching exercises, instead of going to bench pressing, he might do some rock climbing on Tuesdays. Because, you know, rock climbing has to build up your body strength of your upper body, plus your fingers, you know, the palm of your hands, along with the stretchy fingers. You have to build that kind of strength and momentum to strengthen the muscles of the fingers, the index, the middle finger, the ring finger, the pinky, and the thumb. Plus, it'll also build up the strength of your forearms to build that kind of stamina. So it is pretty impressive, if you want to know. And so, after that kind of exercise that he builds up for, it's pretty obvious that he will do, I would say, he would run on a he would run on a treadmill. Perhaps he would take it like nice and easy, and then all of a sudden he would do climbing on ropes. Of course, he would try to build up the strength and muscles of rope climbing. You know, climbing the rope. So how fast you can climb up on the rope, as well as, like, you know, ropes and ladders, besides rock climbing. So Wednesday, morning stretching, and Wednesday he's going to do swimming. Yes, he will do an hour's worth of swimming along the pool. Of course, Wayne Manor has its own pool, if you want to know. So he's on the pool, flexing those muscles from where he stretched, because all that exercise and yoga and all the stretching from when he was from Tibet or Korea or China or Japan. So since he is already built, since he gets like a 30-minute break, he tries to get like a quick break, of course, and then he would go into karate, into martial arts. So he has to learn patience and agility instead of strength and power. So he had to learn how do I say this? So Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist, since he does a lot of swimming. Or, you know, the way of the intercepting fist or foot, as in Bruce Lee style. So he does all the breathing exercises where he does all that swimming and then he would relax. Jeet Kune Do, he does Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, and not to mention kickboxing. Thai kickboxing, that's right. Thai kickboxing in Thailand, if you want to know, because how would he have to do those high kicks of his anyways? He has to learn that. Possibly, I would say, about an hour's worth. So that can be worth it. And that is how he learns patience and agility instead of strength and power. Speed and agility. Because he has to act on instinct rather than rely on his thinking. So the only way for him is to get through one step ahead of his opponent. So Thursday, he would do the morning stretching exercises again. And so this time he would do more of the obstacle. So he would go back into bench pressing once again. It's like the same thing as Monday. Friday he would go back in. Friday is the same thing as Tuesdays, you know, Tuesday where he tried to oh my. Goes on the treadmill. Well, actually, Mondays, okay. Thursday, the same thing on Monday. Friday is the same thing he does on a Tuesday. Saturday, he works on parkour skills, where he does his obstacle course, and where he kind of has to have an hour's worth of marksmanship, where this is where he has to learn his accuracy, where he has to learn that he has to make his mark, hit things right on target, where we start shooting with arrows, because how he shoots with arrows, and then he uses the next best thing, batarangs. Of course, the batarangs is what he needs to increase his accuracy and his throwing capabilities. So, and Sunday is like the Sunday special. He goes on a 5-mile hiking. Yes, he goes on a 5-mile hiking. Plus, I know he does the morning exercise stretches, like every day of every morning, 5-mile hiking, and also he is going to do something that's called what it is. Let me see. I'm sorry. Okay, 5-mile hiking, and he is going to do cross country. So yes, and also with the rope climbing. The rope climbing. So rock climbing and rope climbing. Okay. Rope and ladder climbing is how fast he can do. And so yes, along with more of the trained martial arts skills that he learned, Taekwondo, Kung Fu, Karate, Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist or foot. And plus, he will also do lots and lots of Tai Chi. That's right, Tai Chi. And he also does some Feng Shui. The Feng Shui is the Chinese words for wind, water. That's right, which is he does like Tai Chi. So that is what he does on his weekdays and the weekends. And he also during the weeknights along with the weekends, he would take plenty of bat naps. Of course, because since he is a night person, he has to take it nice and easy, so he possibly sleeps like 6 to 8 hours a night. So that would be the average of a normal human being. Of course, he would sleep longer than that, which would possibly be 8 to 10 hours a night, which would be with a plenty of bat naps for sleep. So sleep recharges his body and keeps his brain into tip-top shape. Because Batman is like Batman's crucial exercising and diet expertise body, because he is like the ultimate bodybuilder, that he could make that he works so well, so fast, and so lean that he could make a drill sergeant look like a saint. And so for that, it's just unbelievable how could anybody understand the physiqueness, the special body build pressure, and how he puts into. And I know he's a fictional character, but trust me, things can actually really happen in real life. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything to put in from diet and exercise, eating right, and without the use of drugs, which Batman does not use drugs because he is like the true spokesman of DARE. And I do believe we are going to stop here for the time being. And yeah, this is an interesting topic to talk about. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And tell me what do you guys think of Batman, of how he exercises, of how he eats, and how he sleeps, how he eats on a nutritional diet, and how he builds up this lean muscle mass of protein. Because he is like because you know how Batman punches real hard. He punches really wicked hard than a normal human strength. And his strength is almost ridiculously strong. Think of this enhanced human, an enhanced speed, which is twice as fast as a regular human and twice as strong. So for anyways, this is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always as your sensational Super Saiyan who takes chances, makes mistakes, and get messy in Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. See you guys next time for more of Arkham Twin Days.